I get a lot of customers that still want to make a CD. I try to advise them against it, but people get it into their head that they want to make a CD still. I'm not sure why in this day and age. Creating a CD isn't something I recommend clients do anymore. It's just not a necessary thing these days. The sample rates are much higher than CD quality. I mean, CDs are 44.1 kilohertz at 16-bit, which is probably a 30-year-old sample rate. You know, it's not bad, but it ain't great. You know, I record typically in the studio at 24-bit, 48K, and you can go way up from there if you've got a big enough computer. And some guys are recording at 96K and up, so or higher. You know, 192. But I record at 48, 24, and I like to deliver at that same rate that people are hearing in the studio. So why bump that down to a CD? Why go through the trouble of dithering and all that just to put it on a CD disc that, I mean, nobody has a player anymore anyway. You know, why are you handing out CDs anyway? I have CD players, but that's because I'm a professional, and but most people don't, you know, unless they've got an old laptop, or maybe there's one in grandma's car. You know, why are you going through the trouble of burning a CD? Your family and friends certainly don't want it. They don't want to hear it. Music supervisors, they don't have a CD player anymore, and they're going to question this person that's sending them a CD. So you know, they're not even going to listen to it. They're making a decision based on they haven't heard your music, but they're making a decision not to listen to it because it's coming in on a CD. They want to listen on higher fidelity systems. They don't want a CD coming in the mail to them anymore. So don't embarrass yourself. Local clubs, if you're trying to get a gig in a club or a coffee house, kind of the same thing. They're like, who's this guy coming off the street with a CD or mailing a CD in the mail? You know, Grandpa, put it on Spotify, put it on Pandora, for Christ's sake. You know, get a website where your music is available. Or if you don't have a website, get a free, a free SoundCloud subscription or a Bandcamp, and put all your music up on there with pictures and descriptions, and just hand that information to people. Say, hey, you can check it all out on SoundCloud. All my music is on SoundCloud. That's what I do. It's a free service if you want it to be, or you can pay a little bit and get all your music on there. That way people are listening when they have time, they're in their comfort zone, they've got a beverage or a smoke, maybe on some better speakers than a little iPhone or earbuds. They might be sitting at their home computer checking you out. They're going to see visuals, they're going to hear it on their speakers, making a lot better first impression on their time, rather than pushing a CD on them, you know. Local clubs and coffee houses probably aren't going to have a CD player around. Plus, if you're walking in off the street with a CD in your hand and want them to listen to it, you're kind of asking their time. And they're busy people, you know, they've got a lot of things going on besides the music roster. So you're better off handing them a business card or even a thumb drive with your information on it, maybe some mixes you've done. Don't come in with a CD to trying to get a gig anymore. That's such an old way to do it. Respect their time and know they're busy. Other musicians, they don't want to sit down and listen to your CD either. They might want to collaborate with you or work with you, but probably don't want to sit down and listen to 12 or 14 of your songs right now. And again, they probably don't have a CD player either. Your boyfriend or your girlfriend, your spouse, your significant other, your roommate, they'll tolerate it, you know, but again, they're just trying to be supportive of your goals. You know, why are you giving me a CD? Who did I move in with here? What's wrong with this person? But they're probably thinking, why is this guy wasting his money on a CD? We could be going out on vacation, you know, instead of purchasing 1,000 CDs that are going to sit in the closet. Your family, they won't even open it, you know, on Christmas or for a birthday present. Don't give them a CD. They want other stuff besides your music. So they're not going to open it. They might play it on their laptop if they have it, or maybe they'll take a spin around in the old jalopy, the old Toyota around the block, and reminisce with some other CDs and cassettes they have. But after one listen, they're probably going to hit the eject button. It might sit in the in-dash storage area of the Toyota for the rest of eternity. So what is that? Why would you want to make a CD at all? I don't know. But the exception might be if you're playing a lot of gigs, if you're actively playing the circuit, and you've got a club audience, or I live in Hawaii. There's a lot of resorts here. Some of my musician clients are playing those resorts. They get a lot of requests from tourists that want a CD, and a lot of older tourists, to be frank. They want a souvenir, not an expensive souvenir, but they want to drop 15 or 20 bucks on your music. They've had a few Mai Tais. They just listen to you play for an hour or two. They're going to come up afterwards and put some money in your tip jar. And if you've got a CD handy, they're going to buy it. You're going to put grocery money on the table that way. So if you've got a stack of CDs they can buy, in addition to giving you a tip, ching ching, aloha baby, and you've made their day. They're going to take it home, and they might use it as a coaster on their coffee table. But at that point, what do you care? You've sold it. So it's a $20 coaster. But I'm kidding. They're gonna play it and remember their trip. So that's kind of the exception that I make for CDs. Is if you want to sell it at your merch table or to elderly tourists, you can be some good extra money that way. But that's really about it. So why make it? Why make art? Bigger question. But my advice: don't make a CD. It's expensive. You got to think about all the artwork involved, how many folds. You got to duplicate the CD. You have to duplicate the artwork. You have to make it all fit on a very small little template. You got to pay for shrink wrap. Not to mention, how many CDs are you going to order? 100, 500, 1,000? I get people that are stuck with cases. They've sold a couple hundred CDs and they've got 600 or 700 in their closet. So why would you want to be stuck with something that expensive? That kind of inventory is not a smart thing to do. Physical inventory, who needs it? The truth is, there's a huge new world market out there, and it's hungry for content. There's lots of videos and movies going out, but they all need music, and it's just not in areas that we typically used in the past. So maybe wake up. Maybe it's time to wake up and smell the coffee and reconsider investing in your marketing and your web presence rather than spending money on a CD. There's other ways you can get your artwork, even videos distributed with high quality production music at higher sample rates. So it might be time to wake up. I get lots of bands and artists coming in to record, and I see many of them making the same mistakes, wasting valuable time and money. I thought it might be nice to share my thoughts on this with you to perhaps help you avoid making some of the same mistakes. So if you're about to hit the studio, check out my top 10 ways to save time and big money during your recording session. If you'd like to check it out, just hit the link down below and I'll send it to you at no cost. That way, the next time you're ready to record, you'll know what to do to prepare for your next session. How to keep your bandmates on track and avoid making common pitfalls. How to communicate more effectively with your local studio and engineer to ensure that you get the best rates every time before you book.